welcome back to my channel. So we have now emptied out the den. This was kind of a place that we had just set our couch into and had an extra little seating room, but we are now changing it into more of an office space, more of a cozy, relaxing space to do work and also maybe read. Archie's used to hanging out in here, so we're gonna have him be more used to hanging out in the living room now, but we'll still put a chair in here so he can access it. And just overall, I'm so excited to remake this space. I think it's gonna be so fun to have just a cozy little office. It's right off the entry of our door, so it's across from our living room, and again, you can access it by our door, so it's going to be a space that can be an office, but also, again, just needs to look nice as people walk in our door and are welcome to our home. With that said, Jake and I emptied out the space. We moved out the couch, we moved out the bookshelf, and the only thing we've left in here is the mantle, this fireplace mantle we brought from our previous apartment, and it's such a great renter-friendly hack. I have loved putting this into different places, and I think it's gonna work so well in this den space. So we're leaving that in here, and we're gonna add some artwork on all of the walls. I have some new furniture that we thrifted, so I'm so excited to share it with you, style a lot of the items, and just overall make this a new space for us to use. We also have these curtains. These are actually ones that our landlord provided, which is really great. They're pretty simple. They're just white curtains, which is great. I would ideally switch them out for linen, but we're doing this makeover on a budget, so we're gonna keep the white curtains now. Maybe one day we'll upgrade them, change them out. But so far, I think this room makeover should be able to be made with under $200 spent, which is so exciting to work on a budget, have some new pieces, and again, we thrifted a lot of these, got them from Facebook Marketplace, and just overall tried to use what we already had as well and see how we can rethink it in our new space. With that said, let's go ahead and start the makeover. Let's move in some of the new furniture, starting with this chair. Okay, so I'm loving this setup already, as having this as my little desk and this chair in here and just having some pieces of furniture to fill out the space. One thing that I haven't shared yet is how I start these room makeovers, and I do it how most people do with using Pinterest, and I created a board that was just all with my den space, and so I try to look for pieces that I already have, so I have a lot of inspiration shots of mantle pieces, how they're decorated within there, and then I have a lot of similar the entry pieces too, like this piece or the cabinet piece behind me, because that gave me a lot of inspiration on when I was thrifting things and looking on Facebook Marketplace what to look for and what would be great in our space. I also have a lot of the different light fixtures that I wanted to include, so there are different lamps and like floor lamps that I wanted to include that I did end up purchasing, one off of Amazon and one from Facebook Marketplace, so I'm really excited to add that to the space. And just overall, it's fun to get inspiration from having this vibe on Pinterest. From there, I like to take it and put it into a Google slide, and so I pull all my favorite images of things that I either have or things that I'm able to find or make use of, and then I actually begin to pull the exact items I have on a new slide and make it all come together with the coloring of my wall, putting a paint swatch of that, and then just seeing how the pieces are starting to work together. That really helps me to nail down the look of the space and make sure everything is going to work well together, because sometimes I'll add something into that I'm going to buy off of Facebook and realize it's not working for the space, so I'll take it off of there and keep looking. So eventually I did land on an area, and that is just a great starting point for me to be decorating in here, because of course once you get in the space it might still look a little different, but it's a great start and it's so fun to do. That's just a little behind the scenes on how I create the start of the space. But let's go ahead and hang some things up on the wall. Since we have these big pieces of furniture in here, I think we could go ahead and do that, because that probably takes the most energy from me, unless I was hanging up curtains. Curtains are a lot of work too. But since this is already up, we can go ahead and get some pieces above the fireplace and some pieces back here onto the wall and make it feel a little bit more homey. This is one of my favorite pieces that we had in our previous apartment too. We got it from an estate sale who
was a screen printer. So it was really exciting for me to find because that was one of my favorite mediums in college as well to do. And then I also added this print that I purchased while in the south of France with my family, which was really, really cool trip. And I love having a piece of it to put on my wall. And then lastly, we also added another little piece or painting from an estate sale. This was a pretty small painting, but I love the framing of it because it has this really cool carved out detail, which just adds to the overall beauty of the piece. Next, I cleared off this table. I bought this from Facebook Marketplace for like $20, I think. And I loved the shape of it. I thought it was really cool classic piece. And I'm just gonna wipe it off. Here, I'm just using this feed and wax type of residue that really just helps to restore and shine wooden pieces. If you're interested in this, I'll have things like this linked down below in my Amazon shop. But really, it's just really great to adding that shine back into these pieces. Next, I'm adding in a lamp that I purchased from Amazon as well. And this was around $70, I think. It's one of my bigger purchases for this room. But I really love how it adds that little office look on it. It had really great reviews, and I like the brass finish on it as well. I think that adds a nice touch. By adding this round piece into this corner, it really helps to make this room feel a little bit more balanced, and I thought that would be a great spot to add it to. And then over here, I just want to make the room feel a little bit larger, so I'm adding a mirror. I've used this in a lot of my makeovers, but I think it's finally found its home. We are going to keep it in this space, and that way I can use it before a meeting. We can use it before we're running out the door. And of course, we just always need more lighting. Adding another little art piece. This was one that I purchased from a local artist on Instagram. And then I'm just adding a potted plant as well. This one we do need to keep higher up from my dog Archie because he likes to get into it. So it's great to go on that table. And then we have some candlesticks under the fireplace mantle. We have a vase that I'm adding to my desk. And this, I'm just putting some dried florals that I purchased from Target in. I thought these were really cool and was a great find to have. Lastly, I'm just adding a rug I purchased on Amazon as well. This was pretty inexpensive. It's a pretty thin rug. My dog likes to get into rugs, so we are just going to test out this room with this rug for now. It's not probably my forever end piece, but I do think it really helps with the space.
Cause baby, like, ooh, it's all another flower lay. The sun goes around the state. Can't wait for the long day. Cause baby, like, ooh, it's all another flower lay. The sun goes around the state. Can't wait for the long day. In the sun when I found you, the one you call.
And that's a wrap on this bedroom makeover. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I had so much fun making over this room, and I'm so excited to have this desk space set up and just have this little entryway between our front door, our living room, and our upstairs. So it's so nice to have this set up, and we are gonna get so much use out of it. All right, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please stick around and subscribe. I have more videos of room makeovers coming your way, more home content to share with you, and just so much more that I'm excited for in the months to come. All right, so Archie and I are gonna go now, but thanks so much for watching, and I will see you so soon in the next video.
You got what I need in you. Oh.